Welcome to the IHN show, ladies and gentlemen. Episode number 75. We are almost there to 100. And in today's episode, for the first time in the 2018-2019 season, we are talking about past playoff NHL scores. And boy, do we have a couple surprises.
Yes, we do. In fact, this is the first time on the show we have ever done playoff scores, if I'm not mistaken.
Should be.
Yes. Let's see. There was up until Game 3 for about half the league. Game 3 for the other half is tonight as of this recording.
Yeah.
And Game 4 will be when this is downloadable for podcasts.
Yep.
So, yes, very busy episode. We've had an IndyCar race. We've had multiple Stanley Cup playoff games, not races, dumbass, and a NASCAR race. So we have a very full show for you. So we're gonna hop right into it with my favorite segment, someone's least favorite segment. But guess what? I'm the one who ran the show, so it's my decision. Damn it! All right, it is What Track Am I? And I hate how the volume's so quiet right now because this computer just loves to piss me the frick off. That's what it likes to do. All right, I am a timer is ready. All right, I am a I'm sorry, no. I read the wrong thing. 2.35 mile, 14 turn, asphalt and concrete road course. Actually, street course. And just to tell you, I've done this track before.
Really?
Yes, so you really better be paying attention.
No. Crap.
So,
you've done this track before.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, ironically, it's a good thing I thought about it a little more because I almost did a Who Had That Number that I did before in the past, one of the past episodes. Good thing I thought about it a little more, but now I got somebody different, no worries.
Yeah, well, at least with Who Had That Number, you could choose a wide range of. There's a lot you can choose from. Tracks, you kind of run out after a while. All right,
yeah.
The first race at this track was in 1982. IndyCar currently still goes there. And they do 70 laps, being 164.5 miles.
It's not in the book.
It is in the book.
Really?
I just said IndyCar goes there.
Oh, okay.
It is in the book.
All right.
What it's going to be called is Beyond Me,
okay,
depending on the sponsorship. But actually, I know exactly what it's called because I remember I looked at it. So, like I said, it's 14 turn, 2.35 miles. IndyCar still goes there. They've been going there since, well, they've been going to this area of the country for a while, but they have been going to this exact track under Indy Racing League / IndyCar Series since 2007. But then in 2008, 2009, 2011, it was not held, but they have gone back every year since 2012, and it has been here's a big hint. No, I won't say that big hint yet. I'll say it in a minute, though. Because then, there will be 10 seconds left. So, the lap track record is 1 minute, 10.3162 seconds by Mr. Scott Dixon, the Iceman. And 2012 in his Honda Cheap Ganassi IndyCar. Okay. It is in the Midwest.
Can I take the book now?
Ooh, you don't need the book after I give you this hint, trust me.
Alright. I still get it wrong.
Uh-huh. I'm surprised you're not looking at the IndyCar schedule right now.
Okay.
Because I said still go to this IndyCar. This track replaced the Michigan 500 at MIS.
Oh, I should know this then.
Yeah, you should know this, because it's a fairly easy guess now. Oh, man, now you're really killing me. This is the only track that IndyCar goes to twice a year.
Twice a year?
Yes, the only track that is the same configuration. Out of time.
Dang it, I was looking at my schedule.
Well, you probably passed it because it is the... Oh, what's the exact name of it? The Chevrolet Detroit Grand Prix, presented by Lear Corporation at Belle Isle.
Belle Isle?
Belle Isle. The two races right after the Indy 500.
Oh, that's it.
Oh, yeah, see? The only track IndyCar goes to twice a year that is the same configuration.
Nuts Ola.
Cause is the duel in Detroit. So you lose a dinger for that because I already done this track before.
Yep.
So -1 dinger. Starting off strong today, aren't you, Harold?
Mm-hmm.
Woo, this is gonna be a good day now.
0.
It's a good thing there's no free games in the playoffs, so
Oh crap.
no, you're double screwed now.
Yep.
So alright, with that, we're gonna move on to the Indy of the cars. Alright, this past week on Sunday, it is the second longest race that IndyCar has been going to, being the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach, or the Acura Long Beach Grand Prix, whatever they decided to call it. The Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach. Alright, if I just look at the paper, I might actually get it right. Alright. The race was 85 laps, not 35. 85 laps. There was 3 caution laps, and those came on lap 1, 2, and 3. Due to okay, so do you know off the top of your head the configuration of Long Beach, how it looks?
Yeah.
Okay,
to be honest, I love racing at that track.
Okay, so you go into turn 1, that very sharp left-hander.
Yep.
And then you go by the fountain.
Yep.
Okay, that's where the first wreck was. That's where the only caution was.
So that actually makes sense.
Yeah, right by the fountain.
Yep.
What happened is somebody got I think somebody they checked up a little bit and they went. And they all went right into the fountain.
Oh, Ricky Stenhouse was in there.
Yeah, it was a Ricky Stenhouse thing. So, there was only 11 cars of the 23-car field on the lead lap at the end of the race.
Jeepers creepers.
Colton Herta, for the second week in a row, was knocked out. He finished dead nuts last. He was 35 laps down. The only 11 cars on your lead lap was your winner in the number 27 of Alexander Rossi. The number 2, Joseph Newgarden. Third was Scott Dixon. Fourth, Graham Rahal. Fifth, Ryan Hunter-Reay, Captain America. Sixth, Simon Pagano. Seventh, Will Power. Eighth, last week's winner, Takuma Sato. Ninth, Hinchtown and James Hinchcliffe. 10th, the rookie, Felix Rosenquist. 11th was the Frenchman, Sebastien Bourdais. Patio Award was 12th. He was 1 lap down. Marco Andretti was 13th, 1 lap down. Max Chilton, 14th, 1 lap down. Matthias Lace, 15th, 1 lap down. 16th was Ed Jones, also a lap down. 17th was a lap down, Zach Veach. 18th, Spencer Pigot, also a lap down. Tony Kanaan was 19th, 2 laps down. Marcus Ericsson, who is a rookie, was 20th, 2 laps down. Santino Ferrucci, why do I always have trouble saying that? Was a rookie, 21st, 2 laps down. And 22nd, you're up to 0, was the number 60 of Jack Harvey, 3 laps down, and then Colton Herta was 23rd, 35 laps down. There were 6 lead changes. Alexander Rossi started in the pole, and he led 80 out of the 85 laps. Totally dominated and pretty much raped everybody. Like, call a cop. It was bad. Joseph Newgarden led 2, so did Will Power, and Takuma Sato led 1, only because of pit stops. There was only 2 penalties in the entire race. One was a drive-through penalty of the 7 car of Marcus Ericsson for avoidable contact. I believe that was because of the first caution. Yes, because he was involved in the first caution, which was Marcus Ericsson, the 21 of Spencer Pigot, and the 60 of Jack Harvey. He had a drive-through penalty. And then the last lap, which was kind of a controversial thing. So, IndyCar has this whole thing of you can't block. You can block, but you can't block. If that makes any sense.
Yep.
Okay. So, meaning that you can be proactive in a block, but you can't be reactive in a block. You kind of catch my drift?
Yep.
Okay, so saying, perfect example, saying, okay, so we're racing, all right, and you're getting a big old draft off me, and you just push to pass.
Mm-hmm.
You dive to my inside, you're starting to pass me, and I see you dive to the inside, and so I go to block you. You can't do that.
I'm gonna clip you.
Exactly. It could be, the whole open wheel thing doesn't do well to blocking.
Yep.
So, but, say, I think you're gonna go make a move to the inside, and I move, and then shortly after, or at the same time you move, it's me being proactive rather than reactive. Because I'm anticipating, so I'm already moving.
My next move.
Yes, exactly, before you move.
Yeah.
But if you move, then I move, then it's an issue. Well, this, I'm going to straight out say I don't agree with the call IndyCar made on this one. I don't. So, coming out of turn 9, right? Turn 8, I'm sorry. Coming out of turn 8, down the long backstretch at Long Beach. 9, 10, yes, and the airpin's 11. So, Graham Rahal was 3rd. Scott Dixon was 4th. Rahal had, his front grip was gone. He must have used up all his front tires or something. So, he actually slid the tires going into 8. Dixon didn't pass him because, you know, if he would have went to the inside, Graham Rahal was already in the middle of the turn. It would have been bad. Well, since that happened, Rahal overdrove the corner a little bit, so he went really wide. Dixon, he had a little bit better tires, so he was able to stay inside more. But as Rahal was coming out of the apex, he continued to go right to be proactive and to block Scott Dixon. And so, if you watch the video, Rahal, sure, it looks like he was reactive in the block, but if you watch, he continues to come out of the corner and turn right to go to the inside to not let Dixon have the advantage going into turn 10 at the hard braking zone. And they called him for blocking. I don't agree with that call. I don't think it was blocking, but it wasn't reactive blocking, it was proactive blocking. That's my opinion. So that put that put Scott Dixon on the podium with Joseph Newgarden and Alexander Rossi and bumped Graham Rahal the 4th. And Graham Rahal even admitted that he blocked him, but he felt that it was a proactive block, not a reactive block. But he said he did block him. But whatever. It's their call, not mine. I'm just a guy with a show that has like close to 0 viewers. So that is that. This past weekend, there wasn't really much going on besides that. So, yeah, I believe that is about all we got. So it is time to move on to. Actually, I could do my. Every week I always forget to bring this up. So let's go to. First of all, go to my feed for where I get my TV ratings. Go to the guy I look it up, Mr. Adam Stern, great guy. Go to his tweets and replies. Okay. So, IndyCar, I already know what NASCAR got for this past week. So, nope, that's ESPN. That's Formula 1. I could not care about Formula 1. All right. Ooh, this is actually pretty good. This is pretty cool, actually. Okay, so NBCSN earned a .32 overnight rating for yesterday's NTT IndyCar Series race of Grand Prix, the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach, up slightly from last year's .30 rating. The race in 2017 got a .27, the race in 16 got a .37, and the race in 15 got a .32. Okay, this was the 45th running of the Grand Prix at Long Beach, not necessarily for IndyCar of any form, either being the Formula 5000, which was the first one there, Formula 1, Champ Car, and then eventually IndyCar. The event is on a 45-year streak of no rain.
Holy crap.
It has been ran for 45 years, and every year it has been ran on a Sunday with no rain. Now that is something to get excited about. So, alright, that is that. I believe it's time to go on to Fun Fact. Go Ted.
Alright, my fun fact.
And I was told it on his phone.
I chose a different one instead.
Oh, what a piece
That's okay. I got it as a screenshot on my phone, so I can't possibly forget it. Okay.
Yes, what a piece of...
Okay, my fun fact is, get this.
I'm gonna take a big-ass swig of whiskey right here.
My fun fact is about the Toledo Walleye in hockey, and, the Toledo Walleye over the past 4 or 5 years have been on a specific franchise streak, and that streak is the total amount of sellout crowds for a game each season. The ECHL, every team plays 72 games. The Toledo Walleye last year got 28 sellouts in 72 games at Huntington Center. This year, they beat that record for like the 4th or 5th time in a row by having 31 sellouts.
I say 29
in 72
sellouts.
games. Yeah, I got close. Toledo Walleye, 31 sellouts in 72 games at Huntington Center this year.
It's not bad.
And then the Huntington Center's seating capacity is, I believe, if I'm correct, 8,392. Let me fact check that.
Please do. We always want to be factual on this. Come on. Let's actually hit the right button then. All right, there we go. What? All right, let's do. All right. All right. Come on, waiting on you.
Apparently, it said 8,000, but from what I read on Facebook, from the Toledo Walleye Facebook page, I thought they said 8,392.
Oh, well.
But it's somewhere around there, so. Anyway.
All right, you good now?
Yeah.
All right. In the spirit of, so they widely Long Beach, the Grand Prix of Long Beach, stop doing that quick beep, and I'll beep you right here, right now. All right, so Long Beach is widely considered like underneath in, come on, underneath in prestige. There we go, prestige to the Indy 500 for IndyCar. Now, the most prestigious race you can have in NASCAR and winning is the
Daytona 500.
And second is the
Talladega race. Or Brickyard 400, right? No, Charlotte.
There, I would argue the Coca-Cola 600 is second.
That's better.
Third is probably going to be the Bojangles Southern 500. And then fourth would be the Brickyard, in my opinion.
That's okay.
So, considering the amount of times the Brickyard has been ran compared to the Bojangles Southern 500. The Coca-Cola 600, which is coming up in about a month. And the Daytona 500. So, only once has the Daytona 500 actually not been ran on a Sunday. Only once. And that was in 2012. It was the only time rain came into the area and pushed the race back to a Monday.
Wow.
It's been rain shortened 4 times, but it has only been pushed back to a Monday once due to rain.
Hot dang.
So, nice.
Pretty good.
And that was the same time, that was the same year that Juan Pablo Toyota ran into the jet dryer in turn 3 and caused a 2-hour red flag or something.
I remember that.
Yeah, the race started Monday night at 7 p.m. and finished at 1 a.m. Tuesday morning.
Jeepers creepers.
Matt the Brat Kenseth won that race, becoming the first repeat winner since Jesse Gordon won the race in 2005.
Nice.
So, yeah. All right. That is a fun fact. I believe it's time to go on to the greatest time for the NHL.
The hooking segment and playoffs.
All right, as in the playoff, it is going to be a fairly in-depth review in my part for playoffs, considering there's only like 3 to 5 games per day. So, Wednesday, April 10th. You always get to start. I'm starting today.
Go ahead.
Okay. The Columbus Blue Jackets destroyed my bracket in the first damn game as they beat the Tampa Bay Lightning 4-3 in regulation.
You know, we're off to a great start with the playoffs in my bracket, not his.
Shut up. Alex Kalorin got the first goal of the playoffs this year at 4 minutes and 12 seconds into the first period with a short-handed goal.
What are the odds of that?
Oh, actually, you get 2 dingers in this game. So you're up to 2, because you got one thanks to Jack Harvey. You're up to 2 dingers, because I'm going to give you dingers now for every shorthanded goal.
All right.
Power play goal?
I don't think so.
All right. Second game. This is a great game right here.
It's great.
The New York fishermen were fishing for penguins, and they got some as they beat the other team in Pennsylvania at Nassau Memorial Coliseum 4-3 in overtime.
Courtesy of
Is it Josh?
It is
yes, Josh Bailey. For some reason, I was like, it's Josh. No, it's John. Josh.
Jock
Strap Bailey.
That's it. All right.
The St. Louis Blues. I don't think they destroyed my bracket yet.
No,
because I actually have that in 7. So it's very hard. I mean, they could still screw it, but they could still not.
I have Winnipeg in 6. Who do you have?
I have the Blue. I think I have Winnipeg in 7. Yeah, I have Winnipeg in 7.
Okay.
The St. Louis Blues beat the Winnipeg Jets in Winnipeg 2-1. Courtesy of Tyler Bozak.
And your former fantasy goaltender, Jordan Biddington.
Damn right.
He only allowed 1 goal.
Yeah, they didn't put the winner-loss on here.
Jets.
I thought it was... Yeah, they didn't put the winner-loss on here for the goalies. Come on, NHL, you're slacking.
That was just that for that game, I see.
Bitches.
Jeez.
Yes. I already found a typo in the, on this day.
Oh, jeez.
Not even until the second one in, too.
Yikes.
Anyways, we'll get to that later.
Here
The Dallas Stars played the Smashville Predators in Smashville and won 3-2, courtesy of that one guy they got from the New York Rangers, Mats Zuccarello.
Thank God for that.
And the Golden Knights played the San Jose Shark Tanks, and the San Jose Shark Tanks won 5-2, courtesy of a whole bunch of people. All right, next day, April 11th, which was a Thursday, Goathead.
Thursday. I like this game. What about you?
It's pretty good, to be honest.
The Toronto Maple Leafs were hosted by the Boston Beaches in
TD, we don't care, Garden.
The Maple Leafs got 4, and the Beaches got 1. Mitch Marner got 2, Willie D got 1, and Johnny T got 1. And Harold Bluetooth only allowed 1 goal. I like it. This next game, the Hurricanes were hosted by the Washington Capitals.
Did you hear me give you your dinger?
Huh?
I gave you a dinger.
I did, yeah.
All right. You can thank Mitch Marner for that.
Oh, nice. Oh, I remember that now, yeah. This game, the Hurricanes got 2, and the Washington Capitals got 4, courtesy of Ovi and Lars Eller, and then Nick Backstrom got 2. This next game right here was a circus. Good lord. The Avalanche and the Sizzlers at Scotiabank Saddledome. The Avalanche got 0, and the Flames got 4. Pretty much. That song goes with it pretty good.
Hold up. And they won. It's a difference of 3 and a shutout. And considering it's playoffs, that's a double paddling.
It is.
All right, Friday, April of the 12th, the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Good lord. Ruined
somebody else's bracket.
Sons of guns.
As they beat the Tampa Bay Lightning in Tampa Bay 5-1. Yeah, this is a total.
What the f***?
Yeah, pretty much. and considering that's a 4-goal difference, that is a double paddling once again.
In Amalie Arena.
In Tampa Bay. Jeez. This game right here is pretty good.
It is.
As the New York Islanders beat the other team in Pennsylvania 3-1 once again, courtesy of Jordan Eberle. The St. Louis Blues once again beat the Winnipeg Jets in Winnipeg 4-3, courtesy of Ryan O'Reilly. The Irishman. And the Golden Knights come back and nip at the Shark Tanks and win 5-3, courtesy of Mark Stone. We'll get to Mark Stone here in a minute.
In just a second.
All right, Saturday, April 13th. Go ahead.
The Carolina Hurricanes and the Washington Capitals played in Capital One Arena. It went into overtime. The Hurricanes got 3, and the Washington Capitals got 4. Courtesy of Brooks Orpik. His 3rd career overtime game-winning goal in the playoffs in his career. It's pretty good.
Sorry, this is from Golden Knights and Sharks game. I missed a shorthanded goal.
Oh, nice.
Colin Miller got one.
Is there one here? No, TJ Soshi got one. Nice.
Did he? Or just a goal?
Just a regular goal,
Oh,
not a
okay.
shorthanded goal.
Okay.
Saturday, April 13th, this is. I watched this game between the Smashville Predators and the Dallas Stars in Bridgestone Arena for Game 2. The Stars got 1 in overtime, and the Preds got 2.
Wasn't it like 6.5 minutes or so in overtime? 5 minutes, if you
5.
agreed. So it's almost like doing a regular overtime.
Yeah, at the last second. And
Yeah, buzzer beater.
It went to Craig Smith.
Yeah, the one guy who can't hit an empty net. That's a
Creepers.
joke from years ago.
This next game is
horror.
bass backwards compared to 2 days ago's game, as the Maple Laughs lost to the Beaches 4-1. Brad of the Rat, wait a minute. No, Charlie Coyle scored 4 minutes and 44 seconds into the first period. That is double of 2 minutes and 22 seconds. But, however, there's a shorthanded goal in here somewhere.
Yep. It's in the next game. Keep going.
Oh, okay. This next game I like.
There's a lot of shorties in the playoffs this year.
I don't know why, but there just is.
I know.
The Sizzlers and the Avil Ranch at Scotiabank Saddle Dome. The Sizzlers got 2, and it went into overtime, and the Avil Ranch got 3, courtesy of Nate McKinnon. Matt Nieto got a shorthanded goal, and I think that's it.
Yep. All right, so now we move on to Sunday, April 14th, someone's birthday, which is a free dinger.
All right. Better than losing a dinger for my birthday present.
That could be arranged.
It can.
If
I start thinking about it.
Now that you brought it up, if you start thinking about it, you're going to burn down the house.
Oh, yeah.
The New York Fishermen played against the other team in Pennsylvania at
Dumpster Fire Center.
It's great, isn't it? And the New York Islanders beat them 4-1, courtesy of Brock Nelson. Now we continue to move on to the Tampa Bay and Blue Jackets game.
Circus of a series.
Once again. Damn it. I think everyone's bracket is now busted, as the Columbus Blue Jackets beat the Tampa Bay Lightning 3-1. Once again.
What the f***?
Pretty damn much. Ah, jeez. That was courtesy of, Oliver, what is it, Bjorkstrand?
Bjorkstrand, yep.
Oh, come on, give me a free dinger for that.
Oh, okay.
That was pretty good. I always butcher names for some reason.
It's alright.
Yeah, shut up. The Winnipeg Jets, hey, we have 2 6-3 scores.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The Winnipeg Jets
pretty good.
returned the favor of winning as a road team and beat the St. Louis Blues 6-3. Courtesy of, who would have that been? Brandon Tanev. He got the 4th goal for him.
Yep.
And this is going to be worth double dingers.
All right.
As Mark Stone went completely off and got a hat trick. Yes, that is right. A hat trick in the playoffs and helped the Golden Knights beat the San Jose Shark Tanks at T-Mobile Arena 6-3.
Along with Paul Stastny.
It's not bad. So, if there would have been 2 hat tricks in the game, that would have been 10 free dingers.
Oh, yeah.
But Max Patches had to go and just completely that up.
Yeah. And then Paul Stastny was 1 short.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Patches messed that up.
Yeah.
That is the scores as of now, so now we'll jump to Tuesday, April 16th. Go ahead. Oh,
Here we go. So it's going to be backwards now. I get to say his scores, and then he gets to say the ones I said. So,
what?
The Tampa Bay ACDCs move to Nationwide Arena with the Blue Jackets to play there for Game 4 at 7 p.m. Eastern on CNBC. I believe that is called the Other Little Boy Network, if I'm not mistaken.
Little Boy Network.
Yeah, that too. In Game 4.
Columbus up 3-0 in that series.
Can Tampa pull it out of their arsenics and have a reverse sweep?
No. I think Columbus has got control of this series.
I think the Lightning are going to win Game 4, but Columbus wins Game 5.
I see
yeah.
Tampa winning Game 4. Maybe they win Game 5, but I do not see them doing a reverse sweep.
Really?
I don't see it.
From the way they've been playing.
I'm gonna look up how many times a reverse sweep has been done
In the playoffs. In NHL history. Okay, you fact check that. And then, also, speaking of 3-0 in this series, I think this is one of our favorite series right now in Game 4. The New York Fishermen and the other team in Pennsylvania at Dumpster Fire Center at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. This is all on Tuesday, April 16, on NBCSN, the regular Little Boy Network. That's going to be good. Goat head.
This is as of 2017, and this is true because there's not one last year.
Okay.
That I know of. Yeah, there wasn't a reverse sweep last year, was there?
There wasn't, no.
There was. Okay, there has only been a reverse sweep 4 times.
Holy crap.
In the NHL. In the playoffs, I believe, unless it's the finals, but...
Yeah, a reverse sweep in the Stanley Cup Finals? Wow, that would be something.
For some reason, there have been 4 reverse sweeps in NHL history. Being, down. The 4 teams to do so were the 1942 Maple Leafs, the 75 Islanders, the 2010 Flyers, oh, I forgot about them,
wow.
and the 2014 Kings.
I remember the 2010 Flyers.
Yeah.
2014 Kings, I don't remember them.
Well, they won the Cup that year, I believe.
2014? That is correct, yeah.
Yeah, because Chicago won in 13.
13 and 15.
Yeah.
And
10, 13, and 15. So, yeah, only 4 times. Sorry, Tampa, you're done.
Yep.
I had you guys pulling at least to the second round before you choked, but...
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I think the Fishermen are going to sweep the other team in Pennsylvania. I like the sound of that.
I hope they do.
I know, it's going to be great.
And considering Matthew Barzal only has 62 points in the regular season, and Crosby had 100.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Cindy Crybaby, in these 3 games, Cindy Crybaby does not have a single point.
That's a free dinger right there.
That is a free dinger.
I like it. You're up to 10.
What might be another free dinger, depending on if you say so or not. Every time Cindy Crybaby went to the playoffs with the other team in Pennsylvania, he got at least 1 point. This will be the very first time ever that if Cindy Crybaby gets swept by the Fishermen and doesn't score a point, this will be the first time ever he doesn't score a point in the playoffs. And I also like the sound of that.
That'd be good, but...
That would be awesome.
But it has not happened.
Yet.
I don't give it to it could happen.
Right.
I give it to if it did happen.
Yeah.
Alright, I think you're moving on to the Jets and Blues.
That game is
also on the
Center.
Also on the literal Little Boy Network.
At 9:30 p.m. Eastern. And then lastly, we have the Shark Tanks and the Night Lights at T-Mobile Arena for Game 4. All of these are Game 4 at 10:30 p.m. Eastern on NBCSN, the regular Little Boy Network.
Vegas leads that series 2-1. Wednesday, April 17th, we have... What?
Wednesday, April 17th.
I'm confused.
Why are you confused now? Oh, because there's a game missing? Here, let me check.
No, it says everybody has 1 win, 1 loss, but it says Game 4.
Oh, that's a typo.
Yeah, that's a major typo. Preds lead the Stars. This is all Game 3. Yeah, this is Game 3, not 4.
Yeah, this should be Game 3.
You're right. These are Game 3.
Yeah, that's a typo.
Whoops. NHL, you have lost a dinger. That is horrendous.
So NHL's at -1 now.
Yeah. I was like, it's my math. Last I checked, 1 + 1 is 2, so that means it's Game 3.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm pretty sure Maple Leafs and Bruins only played 2 games. Well, I mean, maybe they just did it wrong in their record. But then I checked the Preds and Stars and Flames, and that was the same damn thing. It says Game 4, but it's Game 3.
Yeah.
The Bruins and Maple Leafs playing Game 3 at 7 p.m. Eastern on NBCSN, the
Little Boy Network,
and CBC, which would be for Canadians, but that would be Hockey Night in Canada, but that's on Saturday nights. The Preds and Stars play Game 3, series tied 1-1. at 8 p.m. Eastern in Dallas on USA Network. That'd be the Little Boy Network's twin. And the Flames and Avalanche play on Game 3 as well. Series tied 1-1 at 10 p.m. Eastern on NBCSN, also known as the
regular Little Boy Network.
All right, that is schedules. I believe it's time for your schedules and scores.
My schedules and scores now. All right. Today we with this circus of a scores that I'm about to tell you here. We're gonna start with our very own Grand Rapids Griffins and get the stuff that we have to say out of the way with this. So get this. All right. Now, let me see here. There is one other thing I have to find with this. Here it is. On Wednesday, April 10 in Van Andel Arena, the Griffins hosted the Iowa Wild at 7 p.m. Eastern. Both of us were there at the game. It was a circus of a show. During that time, the Griffins were on a 6-game losing streak. Yup. That game, the Griffins got 3, and the Wild got 7 to make it a 7-game losing streak. That game was a circus of a show. We left after
Iowa's
they
sixth
scored
goal.
the 6th goal, yeah, with 3 minutes to go in the third period. Everybody, pretty much dang near everybody left. And then next on Friday, April 12th, we also went to that game too. I invited him with me because there was other people that I had originally come with me and a couple other buddies, but they didn't make it because they had other plans, and then they had prom going at their schools and whatnot, stuff like that. This game we hosted Manitoba. The Griffins got 1. And the Moose got 4 to make it an 8-game losing streak. And then ever since we got to the 5th, I know, right? Ever since we got to the 5th, to a 5-game losing streak, I believe it is, when we lost to San Jose 1-3 on April 5th. That was our longest of the year. And then our last game of the regular season was Saturday, April 13, in Milwaukee Panther Arena to play the Admirals at 7 p.m. Eastern. The Griffins got 0, and the Admirals got 5. You better
Just
believe
saying,
that's a paddling.
all of the Admirals' goals came in the first 4 minutes of the first period. Well, 3 of their goals came in the first 3 minutes of the first period, and the other 2 came in the first 2 minutes of the second period.
Really?
Yeah.
You fact-checked that?
Yeah, because I looked it up.
Holy crap.
I'm pretty sure it was in 3 and 2. If not, it was 4 and 3.
So you mean 4 and 1?
No. Minute-wise.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
I'll fact-check it.
That is that. Okay. And then the other thing I wanted to say was this, and then hold on.
All right, moving on.
So, what I wanted to say quickly was that on Wednesday, when we recorded the show, the Griffins needed to get 1 point to secure a spot in the second place Central Division in order to lock that up for that particular playoff spot. Go ahead.
The first 3 goals for the Admirals in the first period came within the first 2 minutes. Well, minute 1 and minute 2, so really between 0 and 3. And their second goal, third or fourth and fifth goals in the second period, their other 2 goals came in the 21st minute and the 22nd minute.
Wow.
So within the first 3 minutes and the first 2 minutes.
Yep. Holy crap.
At least they stopped them in the third, man.
Yeah. When that happened on Wednesday, we didn't get a point. And then that was our only chance at that time. Friday, April 12th, we still needed a point, and then that Friday, if Chicago beat Iowa, we were gonna secure a playoff spot, but Iowa beat Chicago 2-1 in overtime.
Yeah, figures.
Then couldn't make that happen. And then on Saturday, we had a total of 5 chances. One to get a point against Milwaukee, and then there was 2 chances if let me see if I can get this right here. I think if Chicago, or no, I think if Chicago beat Rockford on Friday or on Saturday, or if who was it? Milwaukee beat no, not Milwaukee on Saturday. No. I think Milwaukee would have had to beat a team. I think it was
Milwaukee played Grand Rapids
on Saturday, but I think Milwaukee had to beat someone on Sunday or something like that. However,
it didn't matter because Chicago beat Rockford anyways, didn't they?
No.
Oh, I thought they did.
Rockford beat Chicago Saturday.
What the hell?
And what got the Griffins into the playoffs was on Sunday when Chicago beat Manitoba, from preventing Manitoba the last playoff spot. And with that, I'm done with the Griffin scores, but however, I have the AHL playoffs. And the AHL playoffs are Chicago plays Grand Rapids in the first round. Chicago has home ice advantage, just barely. And then Milwaukee plays Iowa for the Central Division, and Milwaukee has home ice advantage. And then next, in the Pacific Division, I believe it is called, the Bakersfield Condors have the first spot. And get this, the Colorado Eagles, I heard, had to beat San Jose on either Friday or Saturday to get into the playoffs, and they did.
Nice.
So Colorado, being the defending ECHL Kelly Cup champs, made it into the AHL playoffs their first year and got a wild card spot. That's actually pretty awesome. So they're going up against Bakersfield. Bakersfield has home ice advantage. And then in the last 2 spots is San Jose, the Barracuda, at second. And then San Diego Gulls got the 3rd spot. And then San Jose has home ice advantage. And for the Eastern Conference, the Syracuse Crunch have the first spot. And then they're going to play the Cleveland Monsters, who got the very last spot in the playoffs. This year was the Cleveland Monsters, just barely. So they'll go up against the Crunch. The Crunch have home ice advantage. And then the Rochester Americans have home ice advantage over the defending AHL Calder Cup champions, the Toronto Marlies. And that's what I also wanted to say, was that the Texas Stars and the San Antonio Rampage, who got moved into the Central Division last year, about the Texas Stars, they made it all the way to the Calder Cup finals last year. And get this year they're not even in the playoffs.
Nice.
How crazy is that? Sucks. Next we have the Charlotte Checkers, who won the President's Trophy, and they're going up against the Providence Bruins in the first round. And then in the second spot is the Bridgeport Sound Tigers, and they will play in the 3rd spot, the Hershey Bears. And then that'll do it for the AHL playoffs. They start Wednesday, April 17th, when San Jose plays San Diego. And let me see here. Oh, wait a minute.
What?
Oh, I got that wrong. Oh, never mind. Manitoba beat Chicago Sunday 6-2. That's a paddling, holy crap. But actually, never mind. What got us into the playoffs was Milwaukee beat Rockford 3-2. And that was how close we came into the playoffs.
Yeah, it probably shouldn't have made it, to be honest.
I know, for how bad of a 9-game losing streak that it's affecting them right now, I could honestly see Chicago sweeping Grand Rapids 3-0 right now.
Well, if it were like that in the NHL, Islanders and Blue Jackets would have just swept the Lightning.
Yeah, but I like the best of 7 instead of the best of 5.
Well, when you have more money and time.
Yeah. The first round of the playoffs starts Wednesday, April 17, when San Jose and San Diego play then. And on Thursday, and then after that, I'll keep the site bookmarked here. And done. And then that is that. So, let me see here. I got much more stuff to talk about. Here we go. Next is the ECHL. Oh my. Okay, so we need something to lift our spirits after this. Okay, so get this. We have the Toledo Walleye and Fort Wayne Comets playoff scores for the first 2 games of the first round of the Kelly Cup playoffs in the 2018-2019 series. I gotta go to the recap of game number 1 between these 2 teams, and then I gotta get my stuff right. Okay, so get this.
Yes. Waiting. On.
The Fort Wayne Comets scored the first goal. Oh, or wait a minute. I think, after 2 periods of play, 40 minutes, they were scoreless at 0-0. Then Fort Wayne scored to make it 1-0. And then what happened was Brian Moore and Greg Wolf from the Toledo Walleye scored 2 goals within 23 seconds.
Jeez.
To give them a 2-1 lead. And then what happened after that was Fort Wayne scored, I believe it was, to make it a 2-2 tie, and then Toledo scored to make it 3-2 and hang on for a 3-2 win. So, I think I saw I did see the highlights of that game. It was a dang close and intense game. It was great. And then, let me see here. That was on April 12th. And then April 13th, get the paddling button ready. The Toledo Walleye were so pumped up about that and we're ready for game 2. Back-to-back games, it was a circus of a show, as the Fort Wayne Comets got 0, and the Toledo Walleye got 6. 6-0. As they're gonna head to Fort Wayne on April 17 on Wednesday at Memorial Coliseum to play the Comets. Holy crap. And then I found a playoff bracket. So that'll do it for my Toledo Walleye, and we're going to check up on your Orlando Solar Bears and see how they're doing. Let's see what we got here. Oh boy. In the Western Conference, the Idaho Steelheads and Utah Grizzlies are tied at 1. The Tulsa Oilers and Kansas City Mavericks are tied at 1. Toledo has a 2-0 lead over the Fort Wayne Comets, and then this is by games. And the Cincinnati Cyclones and Kalamazoo Wings are tied at 1. He had to use the bathroom. He'll be right back. His Orlando Solar Bears and South Carolina Stingrays are tied at 1. He'll be back in just a second. I'll tell him that. The Florida Everblades, the defending Eastern Conference champions, who played against the Colorado Eagles and lost in 7 to them last year for the Kelly Cup, have a 2-0 lead over the Jacksonville Icemen. And then the Manchester Monarchs have a 2-0 lead over the Adirondack Thunder. And the Newfoundland Growlers, holy crap, have a 2-0 lead over the Brampton Beast. The newest team in the ECHL. That's just insane. Go to news segments here, getting all my stuff ready. Got that ready. Yeah, I am almost done. well, I guess I'll go on to the I'll do the OHL playoffs. Our very own Saginaw Spirit beat the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds in 6 games. Thank God. Here he comes. The Niagara Ice Dogs and Oshawa Generals are playing. The Oshawa Generals have a 3-2 series lead right now. The London Knights and the Guelph Storm are tied at 3 games apiece. And the Ottawa 67s swept the Sudbury Wolves 4 games to nothing. Alright, now that you're back, the Orlando Solar Bears and the South Carolina Stingrays, they are tied at 1 game apiece.
Attaboy Luthers.
They're doing alright. They're getting there.
It's not bad.
Let me see what the score was. Oh my. Oh, it's good. It is good. Game 1 was April 10. The Stingrays got 2, and the Solar Bears got 0.
Nice.
But, however, the Stingrays got 2 again on April 12th, and this time the Solar Bears got 3. Oh, they really cut it close.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Alright. I'll recap for you. The London Knights and the Guelph Storm are going to a Game 7. That I can't believe. The Ottawa 67s swept the Sudbury Wolves 4-0.
I heard that one.
Huh?
I heard that one when I came down.
Yeah. The Oshawa Generals have a 3-2 lead over Niagara. And get this, our very own Saginaw Spirit beat the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds in 6 games.
Nice.
Thank God for that.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So what I wanted to say about the OHL playoffs in my comment on it is I feel bad for the Sudbury Wolves. Oh my gosh. And why I feel bad for them is they got a taste of their own medicine because in the first round of the playoffs, the Sudbury Wolves swept the Mississauga Steelheads in 4 games. But now this time in the second round, the Ottawa 67s swept the Wolves 4-0.
Ha!
What are the odds of that, huh? They sweep someone in the first round and then get swept in the second round. Good lord.
That'll teach them.
That is terrible.
As your dad would say.
That is unfortunate.
Or the horror.
That too. Let me see. What was the score here? Oh, come on. Where is it? Gotta be around here somewhere.
So, do you have to do anybody else, or can we move on the news now?
I gotta do the WHL, and then, that should be it. Yep. Oh, we are into the 3rd round of the WHL, and
of 4?
Huh?
3 of 4 or 3 of 3?
3 of 4.
Okay.
And you're not gonna believe this.
I don't believe it.
Okay. The Vancouver Giants swept the Victoria Royals. The Prince Albert Raiders beat the Saskatoon Blades in 6. The Edmonton Oil Kings swept the Calgary Hitmen in the Battle of Alberta. And dude, get this. The number 1 seeded Everett Silvertips in the Central Division played the Spokane Chiefs in the second round of the WHL playoffs, and Spokane was a wild card. Spokane beat Everett in 5.
Really?
Yeah, did they ever choke on that one?
That'll teach them.
So in the 3rd round of the playoffs, for the Western Conference, Spokane will play Vancouver, and in the Eastern Conference, it is the President's Trophy winning Prince Albert Raiders versus the Edmonton Oil Kings.
Nice.
Who do you think is going to win the championship this year in the WHL?
Out of those 4?
Yeah. I think it's going to come down to Vancouver and Prince Albert.
So you have Prince Albert, Vancouver, Edmonton Oil Kings, and...
Oh, no. I think it's Vancouver versus Spokane, and then Prince Albert versus Edmonton.
I know, I'm just listing the 4.
Oh, okay.
So, Spokane, Vancouver, Prince Albert, and Edmonton.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Vancouver.
Really?
Yes.
I kind of agree with you. I think Vancouver, That would be awesome to see if Vancouver could upset Prince Albert in 7.
That'd be pretty cool.
That would be awesome. All right.
Moving on to NHL news now.
So with that,
okay, so you know how every year during the playoffs, at least since recent memory, Smashville they haven't had their normal anthem singer. They usually bring in like country stars.
yeah.
Well, to kick it off this year, it was Big and Rich.
Oh,
Big and
boy.
Rich kicked off another year of Predators playoff anthem singers in Game 1. So, and then Dallas ended up winning that game. Boom. Oh, wait, I got a sound effect for that.
Oh yeah. That's pretty good.
Oh, it's great, isn't it? The Sharks scored twice in Game 1, 45 seconds apart. I did not know that one. The NHLPA, and Great Clips announced a multi-year partnership. The official hair salon of the league is back. Legend Harry Greats campaign for playoffs. We also have another official blah 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 for the NHL coming up here in a minute. All right. Here's a good goalie battle: Peter Mrazek or Braden Holtbeast.
Oh, Braden Holtbeast all the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Peter Mrazek's Cinderella story has to come to an end sometime.
All right, Philip Grubauer or Mike Smith.
That's kind of tough because they're both. I would say both of those guys are both backup quality goaltenders for the NHL.
Do you know what Mike Smith's stats for the NHL is in the playoffs? They are ridiculous.
Really?
Yeah, hold on, let me look up his...
Well, then Mike Smith it is.
Hold on, let me look up his career stats. I would like the NHL one. Oh, wait, I forgot. I tabbed it. Duh. Hold on, gotta let it load. And we'll go to players. Go to playoff, skater summary. I want goalie summary. Goalie summary. Run report. Alright, so far, where is Mr. What's his nuts? Mike Smith. Where is he at? There he is. Mike Smith. Okay, over his NHL career, he has 243 wins, 236 losses, a save percentage of .912, and a goals against average of 2.7. That's his NHL career.
That's not bad.
His career in the playoffs in 21 games, 11 wins, 9 losses, a save percentage of .945.
Good Lord.
And a goals against average of 1.83.
That's pretty good.
You want to talk about stepping it up in the playoffs.
You got that
And
right.
he has 4 shutouts in his playoff career.
He's doing it right.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. That's actually pretty good.
Dude, those playoff stats kick ass.
Yeah.
I mean, those are not... you wish you would have a goalie have regular season stats like that. I mean, he has regular season goalie stat. This past year, his career in the 2018-19 campaign in the regular season, he had a save percentage of .898. His save percentage right now in the playoffs is a .954.
It's alright.
A goals against average of 1.41.
It's not bad.
Tearing it up. Good Lord. Okay, moving on. The Lightning must have, says, the Lightning must have a better mindset for Game 2. Well, they need a much better mindset for Game 4 then.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. Who is, okay, Bobrovsky or Vasilevsky?
Oh, dear Lord. Well, I think what's really key in
Don't think of what the current record is, just straight up goalie.
I was thinking about that. Well,
straight up goalie.
Then Vasilevsky all day.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Who is... Okay. Freddie, Harold Bluetooth, or Tuukka Rask?
Tukes.
All day.
Really?
Okay.
I'm not sure about that one.
You're not?
Nope.
Okay.
I know you think Harold Bluetooth, Freddie Anderson can be inconsistent sometimes.
He can.
Yeah.
Alright, you think of that. You keep thinking in babble as I start going through the news unless you have a decision.
Alright, next.
Well, who is we have not Vasilevsky, Fleury and Martin Jones.
Oh yeah, Marc-Andre McFleury it is.
Oh, I would so choose that.
Yep.
All right, what do we have? Okay, I did Holt Beast and what's his nuts, Peter Mrazek. So there's 8 sets of goaltenders.
Oh, I got another one.
Bennington or Hellebuck?
Hellebuck.
Really?
Yep.
I don't know. Bennington's pretty good. Man.
He is. Robin Lehner or Matt Murray. All right, Robin Lehner it is. All right, next.
If I get rid of my bias and hate towards Pittsburgh,
it's got to be Matt Murray all day.
I don't know.
Really? If I get rid of my bias, it's Matt Murray all day for me.
I say it's right there.
Really?
Yeah. Because
we're missing somebody.
Let's see. We have Tampa Maple Leafs. We have Tucson.
Oh, I know who we're missing. Ben Bishop and the Ageless
Wonder Pekka Rinne.
Oh my!
If we go off of this past year, I got Bishop. But we go off of an entire career, I got Rinne.
Yep.
Depending of how you stack it up.
100% agree with you on that.
And yeah, I mean, Rinne, he's starting to show his age just a little bit.
But
I mean, he's 30. What? 7? 36.
36.
I mean, he's ridiculous.
It's got to be 36, I think.
Oh,
it's time for the age guessing game.
Yeah. While you come up with that, I'm gonna say this real quick. I'm
thinking 36.
Okay, you looked it up, but I'm gonna say this: Minnesota Duluth. This is going off of NHL Candor, but Minnesota Duluth beat UMass in the NCAA Frozen Four to be NCAA champions. 36.
Pekka Rinne is 36. I don't know about you, but I think that's a free dinger.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. Oh, I'm good.
Okay, maybe. But, nope. Martin, keep scrolling. Yes? What now?
Are we... Nope. We got everybody for the goalie battles. All right, we're set.
Mm-hmm.
Had to do a little calculation in my head. All right, next.
Yeah, I know. I can smell it.
Yep.
And you're just like, shut up.
Smells good.
I can hear smoke alarms going off. Kucherov was suspended for Game 3.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah, for boarding.
Cross-checking Marcus Nudavara.
Ended up being for boarding.
Yep. Oh, yeah, you're right.
So, that probably hurt, but considering the Blues still beat them, what was it? No, they beat them in Game 2, 5-1, right?
In Game 2?
Yeah.
5-1, yeah.
Yeah, so it didn't matter. They didn't... Let's say if they beat him in Game 3, I don't think Kucherov would have beat him that.
And then Hedman missed Game 3.
He's probably going to miss Game 4, too.
That'll teach him.
Yeah. This is Lightning finally facing adversity after Game 2 loss. See, the problem is when you win... What did Detroit do? When Detroit won 62 games in the 1995-96 season...
Yep.
Did they win the Stanley Cup that year?
No, because they got swept by the Anaheim Quackers.
In round 1.
Yeah. And this is exactly the same curse that's going to happen to the AC/DCs, I probably assume. You know?
When you win 62 games over a season, you only lost or tied or
20.
OTL, depending on the time of what team you're talking about in the era. 20 games.
20. Yeah.
How you're talking about, you have to find out what's wrong with your team in only 20 losses or ties.
Within the span of about 6 to 8 days.
7 months.
Yeah.
I mean, that's you play 82 games and you have to find out all your kinks in a 20 losses essentially.
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't happen.
Yep.
I am with you. After thinking about that right now, I forgot that Detroit got swept by Anaheim in the first round.
The first round.
I forgot about that. I feel like Columbus could sweep them.
It could do it this year.
I feel it because
Tampa... It's a shocker, you know?
Tampa's been going through the whole year of all we do is win. They're the freaking DJ Khaled song, you know? All we do is win.
Yeah, that song.
Now, all they do is lose.
And they're doing a pretty good job of it right now.
Yeah, they are... They are F for effort, but A for execution. So, yeah, all they do is choke.
Pretty much.
I mean, even if they don't sweep them, they're not doing a reverse sweep. No way. It is not going to happen.
Yep.
So, I don't see it. It's like I said, over the 101 years of the NHL, 100 playoff season, 100
some crap.
no,
like
99. This is the 99. Well, no, 100. This is 100 because there's the 04, 05. This will be the 99th time that Stanley Cup is given out in the NHL. Because in the early days, I think in the 18 or 19, somewhere around there, it got the Stanley Cup wasn't given out due to the flu.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
So it was back when the NHL first started. So this is the 100th playoffs and the 99th time the cup will be given out. I believe. I could be wrong.
The flu epidemic was 1919.
Yeah, that's what it was. I mean, I knew it was still in the. It was like right
Early
after World War.
1900s.
It was right after World War One.
Yeah, 1919. You got to remember the cursed 19s together.
Yeah. McDavid won't need surgery after a PCL tear.
Yikes.
PCL tear in his left knee. He is expected to be ready for training camp. Well, yeah, he's got about 6 months to rest.
Yeah.
So,
about.
yes. Kucherov is suspended 1 game.
Yeah.
We already talked about that.
Oh, I got an idea.
Yes, ma'am.
How about, since you went first on the scores today, how about I read on this day when we get there?
You want to do on this day?
Sure, why not?
Okay. They didn't do 3 stars anymore, do they?
They didn't do 3. They haven't done 3 stars for playoffs yet. I mean, and we're not even done with the first round. They might.
No, they always do first stars on Mondays.
Oh,
so I don't think they do first stars for the playoffs.
I didn't even see it.
So I didn't either. So I'm pretty sure they don't. Allan Vigneault. God,
I even forgot to remember how to pronounce it. It's too long ago.
Allan Vigneault has
Something
been
like that.
signed as the Philadelphia Flyers' new head coach. So, he was fired from the New York Rangers. So, okay, I'm almost to the top of my list. I'm on. This is pretty cool. A bunch of fans welcome back the Hurricanes at the airport in Raleigh after an OT loss to the Capitals.
Wow.
They had cheers ready for the evening arrival.
Nice.
I feel like they're going to sell out PNC Arena for the first time in many years.
Yeah, probably since 2006.
Nah, it's been sold out before.
Oh, well, maybe.
I'm pretty sure it has. Geez, think about if the NCAA Frozen Four would have been going on right when there was a rink being used for the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Yeah.
Woo! That would have been oops.
Yep.
That would have been an SOB.
Would have been.
Well, the NHL would have scheduled it around it because they have Frozen Four scheduled. They have the Frozen Four scheduled for us for like the next 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Only like 2 are released to the public, but they've got it figured out.
Yep.
It's like the Super Bowl. They have the next Super Bowl lined up and everything. The next like 6 years.
Yep.
You know, it's ridiculous. I was actually going through it once. I don't think they have Super Bowl 2023, but they had Super Bowl 2024 set up.
What are the odds of that?
So they've skipped 2023 and did 2024 instead.
Keepers.
Yeah. Oh boy, it's great.
Yep.
Where was the one thing I saw? It was Hedman. I remember seeing the thing of Hedman will not be in Game 4, but I didn't see what it was for though.
Oh.
I can't remember. Oh, here we go. Hedman misses Game 3 for Lightning against Blue Jackets with injury. Did not play in the final 4 games of the regular season. It didn't say it's because of an undisclosed injury, and I'm pretty sure it said he wouldn't be in Game 4. So, Oh yeah, the NHL and Imperial Oil announced a multi-year agreement. The official retail fuel of the league in Canada launches playoff campaign with Esso brand. They're going to be official retail fuel of the NHL in Canada. Like, it's not going to make me go out when I go to Canada. It's not going to make me go and purposely go to an Esso station to get gas.
Yeah.
Gas is gas. I mean, I can't say what stations I go to because I might get in trouble. So, all right, I am almost to the top of my list unless you have anything else to add.
I got nothing.
Ooh. Here's a fun fact. Look how many times there has been a hat trick in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Really?
Because Mark Stone got one.
Oh, that's right.
So I'm just curious how many. Oh, Patty Kane will be the captain for the United States at the World Championship.
Oh, nice.
Shocker.
Yeah, what are the odds?
So I'm curious how many hat tricks there has been in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Ooh. Kaku was #1 in Central Scouting final ranking of international skaters.
Capo Caco?
Yeah, Kako, not Kaku. Capo Kako. So he will probably go #2 overall. And Jack Hughes will go #1. But I would argue even if you don't get #1 first overall, second overall is just as good.
Just as good.
Which, I mean, how many times can you say that?
Yeah.
The Maple Leafs could be without Kadri for Game 3, and I suspect they will be without Kadri for the remaining of the Boston-Toronto series. Did you see that hit he had on Jake DeBrusk?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, it was horrible.
Yep.
And then Bruce Cassidy going out saying that the knee-on-knee looking back at it, was a clean shoulder-to-shoulder hit. I'm like, oh, dude, if you want to talk about biasm, holy hell.
Pretty much.
If you watch right on it, he sticks his knee out, and it's unfortunate the refs missed it, but, I mean, oh, my God. It was a terrible knee hit. And then save it was shoulder-to-shoulder. Oh, geez, you're just as bad as the TV broadcasters for the Bruins. Jack Edwards and what's-his-nuts I don't care about. All right, did you look that up or no?
I did look it up, but I can't find it.
All right, you keep looking. I'll start on this day. I'll only do 2 of them. April 15th, in 1952. What is the biggest tradition for the Detroit Red Wings?
In April 15th.
No, don't think of the day. Just think of traditions now. When you think of Detroit Red Wings, what do you think of?
Al the Octopus.
In 1952, the tradition of throwing an octopus on the ice begins with the Detroit Red Wings become the first team to win a Stanley Cup without losing a playoff game by defeating the Montreal Canadiens 3-0 in Game 4 of the final. Metro Pastry scores 2 goals and Terry Sawchuk earns his 5th career playoff shutout, helping the Red Wings finish 8-0 in the 1952 playoffs. Brothers Pete and Jerry Cusimano, store owners of Detroit's Eastern Market, make history when they toss an octopus on the ice at Olympia Stadium. Each tentacle symbolizes one of 8 victories needed to win the cup during the original 6 era. Tradition has continued. Oh, there's another typo. The tradition HS continued, even though the number of victories needed to win the cup is now 16.
Where does it say that now?
On this day.
I know, but where at on this day?
You have to do the View More tab. In 1930,
I do have that up. Are you on the one from 1952?
Yeah, that was that.
Is that at the bottom of the article?
It's at the bottom of 1952. I'm at 1937 right now where it says more moments. Right under the video. The Red Wings become the first U.S.-based team to win the Stanley Cup in back-to-back years in 1937 to defeat the Rangers 3-0 to win the 5th and deciding game of the finals. Goalie Earl Robertson, called up for the minor leagues after Normie Smith, there's a hell of a name,
yeah,
is injured earlier in the playoffs, earns his 2nd straight shutout after New York wins 2 of the first 3 games. Robertson has never played in the NHL before his call-up, and he never plays again for the Red Wings. He spends the next 5 seasons with the New York Americans. Oh, geez, the odds of that. Among Robertson's saves one of New York's Al Shabicki, who was awarded the first penalty shot in the Stanley Cup final history by referee Mickey Ion, who have just passed away this year. That's why all the refs have the word Mick on their jerseys. 1975,
okay, nice.
It is now your turn. Go.
The Vancouver Fat Whales get the first playoff win in their history by defeating the Canadiens 2-1 at the Forum in Game 2 of their Stanley Cup quarterfinal series. Nice. Gary Monahan scores the winning goal, and Bob Daly has 2 assists. The win evens the series at 1, but the Canadiens unfortunately win the next 3 games. Yeah, pretty much. 1977, Rick McLeish, I don't think I've ever heard of him before, rallies the Cheesesteaks to a 4-3 overtime victory against the Maple Laughs in Game 3 of the quarterfinals at Maple Leaf Gardens, with the Flyers less than a minute from going down 3-0. In the best-of-7 series, McLeish scores the tying goal at 19 minutes and 22 seconds of the 3rd period. 1989, the LA Booger Flings end the Oil Burners' hope for a 3-peat with a 6-3 victory in Game 7 of the Smith Division semifinals at the Forum in Inglewood, California. 1991. What?
Just under the picture, there was another on the same night. For the Flyers.
Oh.
You guys sometimes watch. That's why you... If I usually read, like, the first sentence, and then I'll scan to see if they have anything else. So,
okay.
On the same night, sons of bitches did it to us. They're out to get us.
Clark Gillies of the New York Fishermen sets a playoff record. There's a typo. With has an I in front of it. His fourth...
That is the third one in this article.
Wow. Fourth consecutive game-winning goal. It comes in New York's 4-3 win against the Buffalo Stifle at Memorial Auditorium in Game 3 of their quarterfinal series. 1989. No, you already did that. Okay. 1991, backup goaltender Frank Pietrangelo. Nice. I wonder if he's related to Alex. Is flawless in the Pittsburgh Penguins 4-0 victory against the New Jersey Sitters in Game 7 of the Patrick Division semifinals. With starter Tom Barrasso injured, Pietrangelo wins Game 6 in New Jersey for earning the only playoff shutout of his NHL career in the deciding game at the Civic Center. No way. Oh, here we go. 1993. This guy, Teemu Tsoonaaami, the meat man of the Winnipeg Jets, completes the greatest rookie season in the NHL history by scoring his how many goals?
76.
Correct. And contributing...
I'm looking right at it, so...
I know. But, I mean, that's the all-time record. And then contributing an assist in a 3-0 victory against the Edmonton Oil Burners at Winnipeg Arena. Tsoonaaami's 76 goals at 132 points set NHL rookie records that still stand to this day. That I love. Oh, here's it on the same night. Jeremy Rodick becomes the second player in Chicago Blackhawks history to have back-to-back 50-goal seasons. Nice. He joins Bobby Hull, and when he scored number 50 at 129 of the second period in Chicago's 3-2 win against the Maple Laughs. Nice. In 1998, Jaromir Jagr scores his 300th NHL goal and has 2 assists for the other team in Pennsylvania in a 5-1 win against the Tampa Bay AC/DCs. With 3 points, Jagr becomes the first and only 100-point scorer during the 97-98 season. Wow. In the 2004 season, Brett Hull of the Dreadwings, alright, scores the 24th playoff game winning goal of his career. Wow. Tying the record set by Gretzky in a 4-1 win against the Predators at Joe Louis Arena in Game 5 of the Western Conference quarterfinals. His goal at 6 minutes and 22 seconds, doing it right, of the first period is the next to last of the 103 he scores in the playoffs. He and Gretzky still share the playoff record for game winners. Wow, that's pretty good. In 2012, the Flyers become the first NHL team in history to score 8 goals in consecutive playoff games. Oh, I like this. When they beat their rivals, the other team in Pennsylvania, 8-4 in Game 3 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals at Wells Fargo Center. And then the game after, 2 nights after, they won 8-5 at Consol Energy Center. Damn! That's pretty good. And the Cheesesteaks won that series in 6 games. That's pretty good. And lastly, in 2018, the other team in Pennsylvania tied the playoff record for fastest 2 goals by one team when they scored twice in 5 seconds during the second period of a 5-1 win against the Chiefs. Oh, well, that's just revenge and a half. That's not nice. Gino Malkin scores at 6:48. Brian Dumoulin beats goaltender Brian Elliott 5 seconds later. Good lord. And the other team in Pennsylvania tied the mark set by the Dreadwings in Game 5 of the 1965 semifinals for fastest goal. What the f***? Pretty much.
Yeah. Alright, time for trivia. Keep going.
Okay, my trivia question is, since it's stuff, since we're talking a lot about overtime, this playoffs, and that's what I have to do for my trivia question, and then mine is about overtime, and who in the history of the NHL has the most overtime assists in one career.
I thought you were about to do goals. I'm like, well,
Well,
assists, eh?
assists. Most overtime assists.
Game-winning assists?
in one career. No, overtime assists. Yeah, game-winning.
I know, it was a joke.
Okay.
It threw you off.
Don't do me like that. Good lord. All right.
You were like,
Did you hear them gears grinding?
yeah, talk about, yeah, geez, stop show right there.
Pretty much.
Jeez, I knew when I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna ask if it's game winning. You're like, no, what? Yeah. Brain just took an absolute. Well,
All right. With 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock instead of 3 minutes now.
oh, SOB.
Born September 26, 1980. Currently 38 years old. Born in Sweden. I am not gonna pronounce the city he was born in. 6'2", 188 pounds. Centerman, left-handed shot. Here's your big hint right here. Drafted 3rd overall in the 1999 NHL draft by the Vancouver Fat Whales. Is your big hint.
I think that's too early for Pavel Bure. I'm gonna say Pavel Bure.
That is the incorrect answer.
I was gonna say, I think that's too. I'm sorry, not early, late. Sorry, that's too early in reverse years.
From the 2000-2001 season,
Wait.
all the way to the 2017-18 season.
Wait. Was he a Daniel Sedin or Hendrik Sedin?
It's one of them.
I know, and I have 2 guesses left, so just give it to me.
I'll be nice and give you a hint. He was. Which one was the captain? Was it Hank or Daniel? Which
I think it was
one was
Daniel.
the captain?
Pretty sure it was Daniel.
That is the incorrect answer. He was the alternate.
Gee, it's still captain.
Hank Sedin is the correct answer. The most amount of overtime assists in his career he has is not 22, but 23.
Sons of bitches.
Yeah, jeez.
Right when I was thinking about it, I was like, 1999, I'm like, well, that would mean it's either somebody really old or they just retired. And I'm thinking Vancouver could have. Oh, the Sedin twins just retired. All right, I have 2 guesses left. Hank or Daniel. All right. You circus. Mama Bear's turn.
All right.
Oh, crap. No, I just lost it. Where's it at? Oh, son of a beach. Come on. Where is it?
Don't you hate that?
Oh, here we go. What is the oldest franchise in the NHL to not have a Stanley Cup?
Oldest franchise?
Oldest franchise in the NHL to not have a Stanley Cup.
The current Ottawa Senators. Really?
You want me to make sure? Yep, it's still wrong.
Then it's the St. Louis Blues.
There's your cream puff of the day.
Thanks.
Wow, we flew through a trivia today.
Wow. Oh, jeez. That was actually kind of...
I know it was a cream puff.
Yep.
So, I did it, because I was like, alright, time to move on to NASCAR. Alright, in the world of the NAS of the car.
Sure you didn't.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
Oh, jeez.
Bite me. I'm sorry, I do all the hard work here. And you're just like, oh, watch it.
Pretty much.
So this past weekend was the 65th annual Toyota Owners Could Not Give a Damn 400 at Richie Rich Raceway in Richmond, Virginia, on a 3/4 mile D-shaped paved oval. The race was 400 laps for a total of 300 miles. Your winner after his 80th start on short track. Short track's considering to be a mile or less, so pretty much New Hampshire or Phoenix or less. was Martin Truex Jr. in the number 19 car. He got his first win of the season. Too bad he got his first win of the season. The second place driver was Joey Logano, who could have completely bumped and ran, or done a bump and run on Martin Truex Jr. Why he didn't is beyond me. Third was Clip with a P. Boyer. Fourth, Kevin
Happy Harvick.
Fifth was the 11 car of
Dennis the Menace Hamlin,
who started 30th and finished 5th.
Holy crap.
That's pretty good right there.
It's alright.
Austin Dillon did no better as he started 6th and finished 6th. Brad Keselowski at least improved a little bit as he started 8th and finished 7th. The Shrub finished 8th. 9th was flying Ryan Newman. The Shrub would have won the race, but he got caught speeding down pit road after sometime in stage 2.
Yep.
Sorry. 10th was Paul Menard. 11th, Kurt Busch. 12th, Jimmy
Johansson,
who ran a 3-hour and 9-minute marathon in the Boston Marathon, so that's pretty good.
It is.
13th, William Byron. 14th, who did not improve as he started 13th. 14th, Eric Jones, who started 35th. Starting 32nd was Chase Elliott. He finished 15th. 16th was Ricky
Stenhouse and the half the field and the snack bar junior.
17th, Alex Bowman, the showman. 18th, the Burrito Special in Daniel Suarez. 19th, Daniel Hemrick. 20th, Ryan Preece. 21st, Ty Dillon. 22nd, Chris
Boucher.
23rd, Eric Almirola. 24th, Matt D. Benedetto. 25th, Ryan Blaney. 26th, Corey LaJoy. 27th, Bubba Wallace. 28th, David Reagan. Matt Tiff, 29th. Ross Chastain, 30th. 31st, Jeb Burton. 32nd, Bailey Curry. Joey Gase was 33rd. Quinn Hoof, 34th. Landon Castle, 35th. 36th, Michael McDowell. And 37th was Kyle Larson, who blew a left rear... Oh, I'm sorry, no. Yeah, a left rear tire on lap 125.
I should have picked him.
Yeah, no, you would have gotten a whole 5 points for a last place finish.
Yeah.
Actually, no, 3 points. Is it 3 or 5? 3 points for last place. That's still more than what you got. The time of the race took 3 hours and 16 seconds. Average speed was 99.852 miles an hour. The margin of victory was 0.178 seconds. Stage 1 top 10 was The Shrub, Joey Logano, Martin Truex Jr., Kevin Harvick, Clip Boyer, Bad Brad Keselowski, Kurt Busch, Chris Boucher, who ran a hell of a race, tell you that much.
Yeah.
Too bad it doesn't really show when he finished 22nd, but I mean, he was in the top 10 both stages. The 21 of Paul Menard and Daniel Suarez. Stage 2 top 10, Joey Logano, Martin Truex Jr., Kevin Harvick, Brad Keselowski, Clip Boyer, Daniel Suarez, Kurt Busch again, Eric Jones, Chris Buescher, and the 21 of Paul Menard. There was 5 cautions for 41 laps. There was a competition caution because they had rain the night before. Then stage 1, and then when the 42 blew a left rear, and then stage 2, and then the 34 of, oh, come on, who's the 34? Michael McDowell, I believe. Let me fact check that. Michael McDowell. Yep, 34, I was right. Blew a right rear and got the wall pretty good. There was 8 lead changes among 5 drivers. Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, Martin Truex Jr., Joey Logano, Brad Keselowski, and that's it. The Busch, Kevin Happy Harvick, who is sponsored by Busch, won the Busch pole. I believe that is the... Did Kevin Harvick win a pole this year? I don't think he's won a pole this year. So I believe that would be the 9th different pole winner this year. It's not bad. So that is that. The TV ratings for Richmond was a 1.8 overnight rating for Fox. The
Big Boy Network.
A tick up from last year's 1.7, but down a third from 2017, which was a 3.3. Now, if that doesn't tell you how much of a difference it is between a Sunday afternoon race and a Saturday night race. In 2017, it was ran on Sunday afternoon and had a 3.3. Last weekend, it was ran on Saturday night and had a 1.8. There is a huge difference between Sunday afternoon races and Saturday night races. When you think of NASCAR, you always think of it's a 3.5 hour event that takes place on...
What now?
You think of NASCAR, it is a 3.5 hour event that takes place on...
Broadcasting Network or something like that? I wasn't paying attention.
Obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Got your phone. on Sunday afternoons.
Oh, yeah, that.
Did say Johnson did finish the Boston Marathon in 3 hours, 9 minutes, and 7 seconds. So, yeah, that is that. Your current playoff standings for Richmond, the Shrub with 3 wins, Joey Logano with 1, Denny Hamlin with 2, 4th is Brad Keselowski at 2 wins, 5th, Martin Truex Jr. at 1 win, Kevin Harvick at 6th, 7th, Kurt Busch, 8th, Clint Boyer, 9th, Ryan Blaney, 10th, Chase Elliott, 11th, Eric Almirola, 12th, Daniel Suarez, 13th, Jimmy
Johansson,
14th, Austin Dillon, 15th, Flying Ryan Newman, and 16th, Paul Menard. So, that is that. Time to move on to the good old NASCAR news. There has not yet been a car that has been disqualified this year, and I'm kind of upset. I'm wanting a car to get disqualified. I just want it to happen. Ooh, here's a good one. The longest droughts between wins in NASCAR history.
Oh,
hey, this is after Mr. Tiger Woods ended a lengthy drought April 14th, yesterday, when the 2019 Masters for his 5th Masters win. For his 5th Masters green jacket is pretty much what it is. So, let's start off. Holy crap, how many do you have here? We have, oh, I can't do that driver. That is my... I can't do that driver. But who had that number driver? Casey Kane in 102 races. We have Joey Logano in 104. Rusty Wallace at 105. Jamie McMurray in 108 races. 108 races is also Elliott Sadler. 109 is James Hilton. Juan Pablo Toyota in 113 races, both on the road courses. Shocker, road course ringer. Morgan Shepherd in 115 races. Kevin Harvick also in 115 races. 127 races was Flying Ryan Newman. 131 was Ward Burton. 133, also Morgan Shepherd again. Terry Labonte, 135 races. Dave Marcus, 137 races. Jeremy Mayfield, 142 races. Dale Earnhardt Jr., Little E, 143 races, both at Michigan. Eric Almirola, 149 races, both restrictor plate races. Terry Labonte, 156 races. Jamie McMurray, again, for 165 races. Sterling Marlin, 170 races. Jeff Burton, 175 races. 190 races being Clip Boyer. 218 races of Martin Truex Jr. His dumb name is Jr. Bill Elliott, Awesome Bill.
From Dawsonville.
226 races. And that's it. He has the longest longest drought between wins in NASCAR history. 226 races.
Holy crap.
Good night. Yeah. Okay. That is it. Time to move on to good old Who Had That Number. Unless you have anything else to add, which you probably don't, go ahead.
My thing I have to add that I just now found is...
Son of bitch, was it fantasy? Every time.
That actually wasn't what I was going to say, too, again.
Oh, jeez, we both forgot again. It's 2 times in a row.
Yeah.
What were you going to say then?
I was going to say on hockey that I just now found, if the Columbus Blue Eyes sweep or beat the AC/DCs in the first round, it'll be the first ever in Blue Jackets franchise history that they make it past the first round of the playoffs. That we won't be able to call them the Blue Eyes anymore.
No, we still can.
I know we still can, but I mean, they'll finally show us that they can finally make it past the first round.
Well, still call them the Blue Eyes.
Yep. So on to fantasy.
Alright, so this past week, I had the Shrub, Andy had Keselowski, Richie Rich had Joey Logano, sliced bread, and Mitt had Clip Boyer. Yeah, Mitt was showing us how it's done. We all kind of laughed that he picked Clint Boyer. Some bitch got the most points out of all of us. He gets 7. Richie Rich had 6, 1 in stage 1 and 5 for a top 3. Mitt had 1 in stage 1 and 2 and 5 for a top 3. Andy had 1 in stage 1 for a total of 1, and I won stage 1 for a total of 3 points. So I'm at 28, Andy's at 25, Big Tim's at 35, whipping ass right now.
Pretty much.
My dad, who 2 races ago at Texas was at 13 points in last place, Sumbitch is at 31. That's a free dinger because it is the backwards to 13.
Richie Rich is doing a good job.
Still makes him a sumbitch.
Yeah.
Goes from pretty much penthouse or from
the ship
He
house.
goes from the to the house in 3 weeks. SOB. So, that is that. It is now Talladega, which is not for 2 weeks, so we don't have to make our picks now unless you want to.
No, I'm good. I gotta think
gives
about
us time
that.
to think about that. Because tell you what, Talladega is always an absolute show. All right,
pretty much.
Now is it trivia? Or who had that number? I mean,
It is now.
All right. I
Who's
get to
up
go ahead.
first?
I get to go now.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Who had the key number is 55
Oh crap!
in the 2001 and 2002 NASCAR Cup Series season?
Really? I have one guess, and I think it's wrong, but I'm gonna give it a whack.
All right.
Is it Mikey Wallace? It's not Mike Wallace.
Not Mike Wallace.
Okay.
Mike Wallace, I don't believe, ever drove the 52. Or 55, excuse me.
I think he has.
I'm looking at it right now. At least not in the Cup Series.
Not the Cup Series?
Yeah, I'm not seeing no 55. There's Kenny Wallace.
Oh. Oh, not...
And unless Mike Wallace was racing back in the 80s.
Oh, never mind. I got it mixed up with the wrong guy.
Alright.
I found it.
Alright.
Oh, it's 1999 anyway, if I wanted to guess Kenny. Never mind.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Alright. He ran all the races in the 2001-2002 season except Richmond, Loudon, Dover, Kansas, and Talladega. Races 26, 7, 8, 9, and 30 in the 2002 season.
In the 55 car.
Yes, and then
Okay.
in 2000, there was nobody in the 55 in 2003, 4, or 5. In 2006, Mikey Waltrip started driving the 55 car.
This was 2001 and 2002.
2001 and 2.
Okay.
All right. This driver was born. He was actually on the longest droughts between wins list, but I didn't say him.
I missed it.
It was the first guy listed at 101 races. I didn't say it for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
He was born on May 29th, 1957 in Nashville, Tennessee, and passed away on January 7th, 2007 at the age of 49 in Mount Juliet, Tennessee due to head and neck cancer.
Really?
Yeah, that's a hell of a way to go away.
It is,
Jesus.
isn't it?
He won the 2004 Craftsman Truck Series champion. It was the 1991 Winston Cup Series Rookie of the Year. He has 4 wins in the Cup Series. His first win was in first race was the 1989 AutoWorks 500 at Phoenix. His first win was the 96 Duralube 500 at Phoenix. He has 1 win in the Xfinity Series, being the 1989 Commonwealth 200 at Richmond, and he has 10 wins in the Truck Series. 35 seconds left.
His initials.
I don't think so. He was in the movie Days of Thunder.
Oh, what's his name?
He was being portrayed by a actor, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot his name.
His initials, BH.
BH.
BH. 10 seconds.
Is it Bobby Hamilton?
That is the correct
What are the
answer.
odds of that?
With 5 seconds left.
Cutting it close. Oh my gosh. Hold the phone. Okay. Now, let me get the car I have a model of. I'm going to show you here. It's Kenny Wallace, not Mikey Wallace. I got that mixed up. Now, let me go to Google Images here. And then, Bobby Hamilton 55 car. I want to see what car it looked like. Oh, he also drove that Square D car, not sponsored. Yeah, I remember that. And I also remember him draw. The number. You remember the yellow and red and black number 4 Kodak's film car?
Yeah.
That's how I remember Bobby Hamilton. He drove that, I think, in the 2000 series.
Series?
2000 series, yeah.
Season.
Yeah, that too.
Alright, moving on. Your turn.
Alright.
It's probably NHL.
It is NHL. Alright, I'll keep those tabs up and save that for later. Alright. I think this is a pretty tough who had that number.
Tis it?
It might be. I think this is pretty good. Alright. My who had that number is... Who had today's key number, not 22, but 44 for the Montreal Canadiens in the 2006-2007 season?
I don't know. Give me some.
Alright, let's see what we got here.
Here's take another shot of clear beer.
Pretty much. Alright, this guy, born July 13,
swig, not shot.
1976, age 42. He was born in Elk Point, Alberta, Canada. 6'4", 237 pounds. Defenseman, left-handed shot. He was drafted 71st overall in the 94 draft by the New Jersey Senators. And then his career, from the 97-98 season all the way to the 99-2000 season, he played with the Senators. And then from the 99 to 2000 season, in the middle there, he got traded to the Canadiens. And then played with the Canadiens from the 2006-2007 season all the way up until there. Then during the offseason, he got traded to the Edmonton Oil Burners and played with them in the 2007-2008 season all the way to the 2009-2010 season. And then in the 2010-11 season, he only played with the Hershey Bears. And then in the 11-12 season, played with the Dallas Stars. Then the 2012-13 season, he retired with the Mighty Quackers of Anaheim. When he played for the Senators, he was number 2. When he played for the Canadiens, he was 44. When he played for the Oilers, he was 44. Dallas and Anaheim, he was also 44.
So wait, when was he the number 2?
He was the number 2 for the New Jersey Devils from the 97-98 season all the way to the 1990-2000 season.
I need some more. Give me some.
Okay, let's see here. The 2012-2013 season was the year this guy retired. He got a silver medal in the 2005 International Hockey Player, whatever
International Ice Hockey Federation.
Yeah, something like that for Canada. The event was... Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Let me go...
How much time's left?
30 seconds. His initials is... SS.
Titanic.
That's it.
SS. And you said he is Canadian.
Yep.
He was born in...
Elk Point, Alberta, Canada.
So he's not French.
Nope.
Well, not from French descent. Steven Stastny.
I don't think so.
No, I was about to say Stamkos and say no, dumbass. He's still in the league.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm probably out of time.
Yep.
It's on a beach. Who is it? Who tis it?
Oh wow. Let me see here. I was just looking to see if there was any other hints that I could help you with this guy, but I'm not too. Oh wow. Ooh. He won the hardest shot contest at the NHL All-Star Skills competition in 2004, along with the co-winner, who got second place, I think, was Adrian Aucoin. Nice.
I have no idea who that is. But
oh, okay.
What is it?
This guy's name is Sheldon Souray. I knew. I figured. Of course.
I don't know. Mine was pretty good though.
It was.
Bobby Hamilton.
Oh, I'm glad I got it. Thank God.
Yeah, with 5 seconds left.
Oh, it's nice.
SOB. All right. That is the end of our show. So thank you very much for watching this episode of the IHN show. We certainly hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please like down below and then subscribe to our channel to be up to date with new video releases. Hit the little bell icon to be notified when we do upload a new episode. If you'd like to download the podcast, it is on Apple Podcast. If you have Android, you can download the Podbean app and download it through there. Just type in IHN show. If you'd like to follow us on Twitter, our Twitter handle is @IHN show. you'd like to help us make the show better and easier for us to produce, and in turn be more productive, please support us on Patreon. Link to that down below. If you'd like to contact the show, it is ihnshow@gmail.com, and that will be in the description and on the outro screen, along with our link to our Patreon page. If you'd like to start a conversation in the comments, please do so. We just request there's no mean or vulgar language.
Racism, politics, and sexism is not allowed.
We just use common sense before you type. We are all here for just some good fun. All right, the white flag is in the air. Do you have anything else to add?
Not a thing. Time to tear down shop.
All right. IndyCar race. Their next race is Saturday, May 11th. No, it's not a night race. At 3 p.m. Eastern at the Indianapolis Road Course Grand Prix on NBC, also known as
the Big Boy Network.
The next NASCAR race is not this weekend, as it is Easter weekend, and NASCAR never runs on Easter weekend. It is the 10th race of the 36th race point season on Sunday, April 28th at 2 p.m. Eastern at Talladega on Fox, also known as
the Big Boy Network.
The Big Boy Network. Oh, I know why they're running on Saturday, May 11th, because the day after that is Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.
And then NASCAR will run that night, so you can jump from NBC at 3 p.m. to Fox, or FS1, I mean, because they always run, I don't know why, to watch the race at Kansas. So, the checker flag is in the air. Have a great rest of your week. It's playoffs, baby.